bro. Shout out to Maya.
So my mission is to use the internet to build our next generation of conservationists. And I have not been doing this for all that long. Okay, I was born in 1998, so I will get that out of the way right off the bat. But I'll tell you guys how I got started.
1998 is a great year,
I grew up on a
chat.
farm, and I always loved animals. So we had rabbits and horses and chickens, and you name it, we had it, and I loved it. So then, when I was 18 and in college, naturally, I got a job as a zookeeper. So I put on the safari outfit, and I would bring animals like kangaroos and lemurs to schools and birthday parties.
Nah, nigga, hold it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not holding a fucking possum. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'd rather do a snake than a fucking possum. I don't know. It's something about them little niggas I don't trust. That kangaroo, kangaroo fucking mogging right there.
To teach kids about wildlife. So you have a pretty cool job. It was really awesome. So then one night after work, I met some friends online who were live streaming themselves playing video games on Twitch. And I had no idea what that meant. But I learned that I could broadcast myself live on this website doing whatever I wanted. So I could cook, or I could sing, or I could play video games. And if people enjoyed watching it, they would send me tips, so cash, like actual real money. And as a college student...
Why the fuck? Hold on. Why y'all niggas don't send me no money? The fuck? Yo, gang. Can I get some money?
Pretty freaking sweet. So I started streaming to about 10 viewers at a time almost every day.
10 viewers?
After one of these live streams, I got a call from a zookeeper friend about this red-tailed hawk who had been hit by a car and he needed help. So we brought Bean, that's what we called him, home to my college house, and I started to rehabilitate him in my backyard. So then one night I'm live streaming, I'm cooking, I'm talking about this new hawk in my backyard, and one of my viewers didn't believe me. They didn't believe that I had a bird in my backyard. And I could not have that. So I put my falconry glove on, and I brought the bird inside to show them, of course, because I have a problem. And one of the people watching this stream made a short video of this moment, and they shared it on Reddit, and it went viral. So my viewership shot up overnight, and I started live streaming Bean's rehabilitation process. So I'd call him from this perch to my glove, and the people watching my streams started becoming as invested as I was in his recovery. It was like they were doing it with me, sort of, which was the coolest thing that I've ever...
What's wrong with you, bro? Also, I like how Bubs didn't respond. You see, this is what I'm talking about, bro.
Ever done. And then eventually, because I was reaching so many people with Bean's story...
No, low-key, bro, I know I keep saying this. You know what? I'm not even going to say it this time. I just need to do it. I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say. I just need to do it. That's my issue. I just need to do it.
The zoo that I worked at started allowing me to bring animals like cockatoos and reptiles home to present on my live stream.
Oh, that's dope.
So suddenly, somehow,
nah, that's fire. I had turned... Like, honestly, W school, bro. Like, letting this random student bring home random pets and shit. That's actually really dope.
This zoo outreach job that I had into a work-from-home situation, right? Which is awesome. But instead of reaching 20 kids at a time in a classroom, I was reaching thousands of people at a time, all over the world.
Wow.
So this was when it really clicked for me, right? I wanted to do this for the rest of my life, but I wanted to do it at a much, much larger scale. So then 2 years later, at 22 years old, I came up with a plan, and the vision was to build an animal sanctuary that nobody visits, or at least not in person. So we would rescue animals and build huge animal enclosures, and we would live stream conservation education programs online.
At 22?
So people could fall in love with our animals the way that they fell in love with Bean,
crazy.
That bird. Our animals would be able to reach millions and millions of people without having to meet a single one of them in person. And then, of course, I would fundraise all of the capital to do all of these things and build this entire facility in one single live stream, which is the craziest idea that I've ever had. But this is crazier. It worked somehow. So I'm live streaming one day, and there's some... Oh, thank you. Whoa. I'll take the applause. Thank you so much.
Not gonna lie.
So I'm live streaming one day, and someone in my live chat said, Maya, if we raise $500,000, would you shave your head on stream? And I said, yeah, duh. Because who wouldn't do that? Who in their right mind wouldn't do that? Apparently that was...
How much?
$1,000. Someone in my live chat said, Maya, if we raise $500,000.
$500,000 to save my head live. Hey, y'all think that's worth it? Y'all think
Would
that's
you
worth
shave
it?
your head on stream? And I said, yeah, duh. Because who wouldn't do that? Who in their right mind wouldn't do that? Apparently that was pretty motivating though, because over the course of a 21-hour-long live stream, we fundraised $573,000.
Damn.
To build the sanctuary. So I bought some land in Austin, Texas.
Bro, I know her hair is a fucking, like, such a pain to do, bro. Because it looks like her hair is really thick. Oh, my God. And it's long. Holy shit. I feel bad for her, bro. She got to do that shit every day almost. God damn. Fuck that.
Started building animal enclosures, and I started growing my hair back. And that takes about 2 years, in case anyone was curious. And these screens are huge. That is a huge picture of me bald in front of a lot of people. Okay, so next up was rescuing animals. Okay, so Appa and Momo are marmosets. They're these very tiny, very, very charming New World monkeys. Someone originally bought them as pets online, but then after years of inadequate care, they were brought to us for rehabilitation. So they now live at Alveus to help teach people about the exploitation of primates in the pet trade and about the importance of conserving their rainforest habitats too. They also have a little iPad to play games on now. It's very, very cute.
That's fucking adorable. Please stop. Aww. Stop it.
Finn is an American red fox who was confiscated from the illegal pet trade in California. So he and his best friend Reed now live at Alveus to help teach people about the nightmare that is the fur trade, helping to build a new generation of fur-free consumers. Then there's Winnie the Moo. She's a cow. She was rescued from a beef operation in Oklahoma. She lives at Alveus to help teach people about commercial agriculture and how it impacts animal welfare and our planet. One way that viewers can support the sanctuary is by feeding Winnie treats. So a $5 donation made online results in treats being dispensed via this automated feeder. To date, that treat feeder has generated over $38,000 in funding for the sanctuary. Isn't that crazy?
That is fucking
That's
insane.
a lot of treats. She's a very happy cow. Since 2019, through live streaming, I have...
No, I love Maya. She is fire, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure I've been following her for, years at this point. Like, this is such an awesome thing. Like, this is what... Like, I understand streaming on the surface is easy, but it's what you do with it that matters. Like, you feel me? Like, we just saw, right? Night and day. We watching a Dean the Great stream. He's in a grocery store with this girl, you feel me? And they're just literally like, that's the content. But she is literally doing something both educational, morally intact, like, and so much more. Like, it's insane, bro. It's insane. Like, she deserves this. Like, this is a huge accomplishment, for real, for real. Because normally you see these TED Talks, they're talking about some bullshit. But like this is a great integration into streaming, bro. It's much more than bare bones. Like you just go live, which I mean, yes, you do that, but it's what you do with it. Like I said, and I think she killing it, bro. She killing it. Also, Fit, by the way, Fit is crazy.
$7.5 million
like
for conservation causes across the globe. In 2025 alone, we reached over 250 million people with conservation education online. It's over 10 million classrooms, just like the ones that I was bringing zoo animals to in college, just in the last year. Alveus is now home to rescued parrots and emus and monkeys and wolf dogs and more, and we have those 36 cameras that are live streaming them 24 hours a day. But the beautiful thing about these live cameras is our animals are all blissfully unaware of the thousands of eyes on them at any given time. Not being open to the public means that our animals are less stressed by the unpredictable factors that come with people visiting, right? It also means that we've never had to divert.
Whoa, that's actually so true. I didn't even think about that. Because obviously, when you go to a zoo and shit, those animals have to be under distress. They're in a fucking controlled environment. You got thousands and thousands of people every day. Those dumbass little kids yelling at you. Like, it is crazy. It's crazy, actually. That's such a good point. That's such a good point. Wow. So they really are just living day to day. Yeah, exactly, gang. Like, why did Harambe get killed? For what reason? That's why I hate zoos, ban zoos. It's never gonna happen, bro. Humans are so simple. Like, just going to like see an animal in a cage is entertainment. I don't even fuck with the zoo like that. Like, even when I was a kid, I wasn't like fucking with the zoo. Like, I think the coolest thing about the zoo was like the underwater animals, and it's just like because I don't live underwater, so it's like interesting. But like looking at fucking monkeys and shit, like shitting and eating, like that don't do nothing for me, bro. Even as a kid, I actually live right by a zoo. I live very near a zoo right now. Never been. Never been, bro. Never been.
Any of our funding to
I'm
guest
good off that.
experiences, like gift shops and concession stands and parking lots. But one of the most positive benefits is we've developed one of the most accessible zoo models in the world. Anyone with an internet connection can visit our animals for free from their device from anywhere on the planet. And they do. Our online demographic, our online community, they range from about 17 to 28 years old. We are our nation's new voters, new consumers, and up-and-coming decision makers. We hold the future of this planet in our hands.
Well, it's a little too late for that, my heart. Because even though we do, we got too many big wigs and corporate fucking officials that they're not gonna allow us to make a change. And like I know people talk about revolution is bad and whatnot. There's a certain way that revolution works. It doesn't have to be we all pull guns and kill everybody in the executive towers, which I would never say to FBI. I don't condone that, government. If you're watching, I know you are. But revolution is just as simple as everybody just is aligned, like, and we actually make a stance against shit. Like you see when people do strikes, right? Like a couple years ago when they did the writer strike in Hollywood, niggas wasn't making no movies. They wasn't doing shit. They were willing to do anything to get that shit over with because they were losing money. If we hit people financially, like all of these corporate businesses, we hit them they don't give a fuck about the morality. They don't give a fuck about the morality just because you make them look bad. They don't give a fuck about that. But if their pockets start decreasing, that is when the revolution happens, bro. And that just has to happen with a bunch of different issues. It's very simple, very easy, bro. It's very simple, very easy.
But most of our online community didn't even join with an interest in environmentalism at all. They are just normal people, internet users who stumble.
You outside the demographic, Unc? Bro, I will slap you across your fat ass nose, boy. Stop talking to me, stupid ass boy. Also, why are you not subbed up? Bitch. Anyways, my bad. There are very few animals that do well in zoos, but if they're very small and not very interesting to see, so zoos aren't gonna want to do that. Yeah, yeah. But the people don't care because their entertainment will be gone. Yeah, people don't give a shit. People are very just like, I mean, TikTok exists. People spend a majority of their watch time and of their day watching and scrolling. Selfish, LMAO, people are selfish. Exactly. As long as they're doing good, it doesn't matter. like I told y'all, chat, I work in payroll, so I pay people, right? Them niggas, they will harass you, call you, whatever the case may be if they don't get paid. But after you get them paid, you don't hear nothing from them again. You don't get no thank you, no nothing, bro. But let there be 20 cents missing off of their check. Oh my God. Oh my God, they're gonna go crazy. They gonna go crazy. Bro, I literally had a lady email me about 10 cents one time. Girl, if you don't get the fuck off my phone, nigga, fuck out of here.
Across our content in one of their many, many feeds. Alvea Sanctuary brings conservation to young people largely by meeting them where they already are, which is on social media. But before social media, TV programming was establishing the best examples of conservationists, right? Heroes like Steve Irwin and David Attenborough and Jane Goodall. These are obviously some of my personal heroes, probably some of yours as well, as they should be. These guys rock, right? But for most of us, it can be really hard to see ourselves in such legends. It leaves us feeling like that work is just a far-off dream that only other people achieve. But at Alveus, that dream doesn't feel so far off. For our viewers, Alveus is a dream that one of them achieved from within a space that they're already a part of.
That's powerful, bro. It's actually powerful. Holy shit. Like all jokes aside, like this is powerful. This is amazing, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is amazing. And like it comes like down, like she got all these exotic animals, right? But it even comes down to very simple things like dogs and cats, bro. You see how some of these people, they buy these animals to treat like animals, bro? They're not pets. They're just trophies. They're to show off. Like, oh my God. So people can give you attention talking about how cute your dog is. Like that is something wrong with humans, bro. I don't know what's wrong with y'all niggas, bro. Something wrong with y'all. Like that ass. Like I used to work at a pet store and like the amount of no fucks people give about their animals, they just it's consumerism too on top of it, because it's like they come in and they just want the cheapest thing. They don't give a fuck what they're feeding them. They feeding their dog basically the equivalent of kibble that's the same as McDonald's quality, if not worse, because it's just processed like nuggets. So it's like that shit's sad, bro. This shit's sad. So like the fact that someone's doing this and the fact that they're platforming this as well. And I wish there were more things like a Steve Irwin and Jane Goodall and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's not that anymore. I think like Animal Planet and shit, isn't it mostly just they show animals in their natural habitats like killing each other and shit? They don't show like the beauty of what these animals actually do and like what they are anymore. But I haven't watched it in a while, so I could be wrong, but this is just powerful shit.
And they get to be a part of it all live. So we're just getting started. Our next step is taking this Alveus approach to the wild. We're building a new facility where we're going to breed endangered species at Alveus for reintroduction and release into the...
Oh, that is dope. Wow. They're going to get endangered animals and breed them and then release them back into the wild. That is fucking amazing.
The wild. We're starting with the recovery of critically endangered wolves.
Shout out to the wolves, you feel me? Shout out to the wolves, my nigga. Arr! Arr!
Hope is that people will fall in love with these wolves the way that they fell in love with Bean, that bird from college. We hope that they'll care really deeply about these individuals and then, in turn, about the wild places that we return them to. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of brand new conservationists fighting for wildlife and wild places, all doing it from their homes. So my mission is to use the internet to build our next generation of conservationists. And I think it's working. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, give her a standing ovation. Get y'all white asses out y'all seats. Facts. Nah, W Maya, though. W fucking Maya. I love her, bro. If y'all don't know Maya, follow her on Twitch, bro. She's great. And follow Alveus Sanctuary as well if y'all want to look at some cute-ass animals. I think it's 24/7. I think it's a 24/7 feed, but check her out, bro. W Maya, man. This is a great look for streamers, bro. Because you see all these people that's giving streamers bad names. This is what streaming is for. Like, you feel me? You could do anything, legit.